Hello everyone, welcome to the first ever episodes of BareTalks. I'm Sadiq M. Jamil. Joining me today, my two co-hosts from Nude Films.
Hi, my name is Hazi.
And hi, my name is Faiz.
Hello, hi Faiz, hi Hazi.
Hi.
Alright Hazi, I'm
Yes.
pretty sure semua yang tengah tengok ni tertanya-tanya what is BareTalks. So can you explain a bit what is BareTalks?
So, BareTalks is a podcast where we talk about the cinematic experience. So, here we'll delve into the behind the scenes of things. So, we'll be talking about things from like the experience of an actor, producer, or maybe like people that you rarely hear from. So, like maybe the technical team or just about anyone in the industry. So, it'll be very interesting. So, in this podcast, we'll be bare, we'll be bold, and we'll be nude.
Nice.
Interesting.
Sounds good, sounds good.
Yeah, sounds exciting. I can't wait.
Alright, so Sadiq, you mentioned Nude Films. What's that?
Nude Films. So Nude Films secara ringkasnya, it's actually a bunch of storytellers, young passionate storytellers who want to tell the story in a very cinematic way. And yes, joining us today, our guest today, our friend from Nud Media. Welcome everyone to the studio, Noel.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
We're happy to have you.
Yeah, we're so glad that you're here today.
I just realized I went too close.
It's okay.
Is that unnatural?
Right. So Noel, maybe you can explain a bit what is Nud Media.
All right. So Nude Media is the mother company for Nude Films. We are also an advertising agency that specializes in video production, social media, marketing, and branding. And currently, our goal is to change the way how advertising is being approached in Malaysia. Just because, as you can see, how old-fashioned all the other companies are. So we're trying to create the difference. We want to stand out, be different, and at the same time, we want to develop a community for young creators and people who are passionate. So I have to. So how do I just continue or
you can
just pick up from
pick up from where I start?
Pick up, yeah.
Okay, pick up. Okay, 1 second. And our goal is to be different in Malaysia because we believe that advertising is not being approached correctly, especially following the trends that other countries are doing right now. We want to create that shift. We want to create that movement to change how advertising is being done in Malaysia, and at the same time to establish a community for all creators so that we can all grow together and bring a new wave of advertising.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds good.
Oh, there you go. Our parent company.
Yeah. Thank you, Noel, for giving us this platform.
Of
It
course,
means a lot for Nud Films.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
Alright. Alright. So
Okay.
without further ado, korang semua dah ready?
Ready?
Ready? Let's do it.
Just dah ready dah.
Okay, jom.
Alright. So let's go.
Okay.
So
Yes.
let's start our first question.
Okay.
I mean, we all are here have our own relationship with films, kan? Betul. So maybe we can start from Faiz first.
Yeah.
So, tell us about your background and your relationship with film.
Hubungan
Ah.
Hubungan apa ni? Risau lah.
Macam mana boleh jatuh cinta?
Macam mana boleh aku jatuh cinta dengan filem kan?
Betul.
Aku rasa, like looking back, aku rasa dari kecil lagi kot. Dari kecil daripada aku kecil, aku rasa aku suka tengok movie, maybe. Tapi time tu aku tak sedar sangat lah. I tak sedar sangat yang I'm like into films and media and whatever. Sebab I remember kat rumah ada satu rak yang penuh dengan CDs and so daripada kecil I suka tengok TV, tengok kartun and always being curious pasal macam mana diorang buat ni kan, macam mana dia buat tu kan. So lajukan sikit kan. Kotak panjang je 2 jam kan. Kasihan banyak sangat kan. So lajukan sikit, I sambung my study in film. So that's when I met Sadiq. So from there cinta terhadap filem ni mula berpotik.
Wow.
Alhamdulillah sampai sekarang kat sini lah kita kan, bersama-sama dengan all these talented people.
Oh,
And
thank you.
dah pasal
Tapi I'm curious. I mean macam yes, I know Faiz masa we studied dulu masa dekat film academy. So time tu memang Faiz study film and he's very passionate. Like we're actually roommate.
Yeah.
Yang everyday he would watch film, editing films, and knowing that he actually the passion sparks from the kecil kan. Yeah.
tak sedar lah, macam kita tak sedar benda tu jadi tapi bila kita dah besar, bila kita tengok balik belakang kan, dia rasa macam rupanya benda ni dah start lama.
Like this was the moment,
Yeah,
right?
and then
right,
lepas tu
okay.
bila macam patutlah aku buat benda ni so benda tu dah jadi dulu kan.
I
Tanpa kita
see.
sedar.
Dulu kecil-kecil ada berangan-berangan ke?
Tak.
Nak jadi videographer ke?
Tak ada. I have no idea, man. I have no idea macam
I see.
tiba. Tapi masa sekolah tu dah start pegang kamera kan.
Nice.
Berkawan, punya phone ni apa kan.
see.
Macam tu lah.
But what about films that got you to like it? Like, what is it? Is it the visuals? Is it how you people create it? Or
Dalam soalan.
Tough
awal
question.
ni. I'm scared.
let's get deep.
Apa yang buat I, sorry tadi? Apa yang buat I?
The
What
turning
made
point.
you? Yeah, the turning point for films.
I rasa bila looking back lagi lepas SPM I sambung engineering kan. So bila I buat engineering tapi masa sekolah selalu aktif with all these club ICT. You tahu tak ICT no club computer kan, you know, buat kat zaman MySpace dulu kan, you edit your own pictures, you know, all of that. Macam aku suka buat benda ni kan. Lepas tu bila I sambung engineering macam suka juga tapi macam
It's different lah.
It's different.
Yeah.
The love language tu berbeza kan antara engineering dan juga filem kan. And from there I rasa macam I ambil break for a year baru I sambung degree in films.
Daripada engineering.
Ya, kalau nak cakap macam ada reference daripada movie mana yang sparks me, tak rasa tak ada.
Not specifically lah.
Tu aku cakap. Cik terdalam sangat. It's not that deep but
But yeah, that's beautiful though. Like you know how much I mean the passion sparks from it.
Betul, yeah. And I feel like rather than you are inspired by a certain thing, you just like macam you're in love with the creation of something,
correct.
like the process and everything. So
sebab
like
I appreciate semua benda lah basically.
Yeah,
Pop ke art house ke, I mean like as long lah benda tu sedap and I layan je, tak adalah prejudice mana-mana. Yeah, that's me. Yeah.
betul.
That's good.
Nice. Yeah, maybe that's nice. Betul. Yeah, maybe Faiz ada nak tanya Hazi ke? How about you, Hazi?
Yeah. How about you? Yes.
Film so I've never had this like passion specifically for film lah. So my passion is always in performing. So when I was younger, I was a big fan of Britney Spears.
Ooh.
So I
Wow,
wanted
okay.
to be like Britney Spears, you know, like you know how she was always wearing crop top and like you know the Oops I Did It Again music video.
Yeah.
I would make my parents buy me like a jumpsuit and I'll just be like performing at home.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and then like I mean looking back, we had this like old videotape. Remember the camcorder? Yeah, so like recently my dad macam keluarkan balik lah all the tapes to like you know nak edit and tengok and you know simpan on in like a new macam digital punya hard drive, right kan? So we were doing that and there's actually a lot of footage of me in front of the camera interviewing people.
Oh wow.
So if we're traveling, I'll be in front of camera like, how's the trip today? Like, what are we doing today? So I've always been like that person who loves, I mean, first of all, being in front of the camera, and second of all, I love performing. So that's why I'm an actress now.
Siku. So
Yeah.
betul start dari kecil tapi tak sedar kan benda tu kan?
Yeah, I tak sedar. I just know I enjoy doing it. I mean, all this while I thought I was just gonna be a singer lah. I never thought about acting. I mean, I wanted to be a singer, a dancer, so I even tried for K-pop audition.
Oh wow, you did?
I did when I was 17.
Do you have the video?
No.
Okay.
I mean,
Because
you wanna know?
Because I mean,
need to find the video.
we need to, yeah.
It's not on YouTube.
The video will be playing during the break. Let me find it.
But yes, yeah. I mean, my interest was there lah. I didn't explore acting until 3 years ago.
Okay.
So that was the first time. I mean, I did like an indie feature film, This Land of Mine. That's where I met Sadiq. Yeah, so I did that, and then I realized that hey, I can actually do this, and this is actually kind of fun playing a character that's not you. So I think that's where it starts lah when it comes to acting. Yeah.
Wow, the magic kan.
Yes.
Macam you never know if
I
you never
never
try,
know.
right?
Exactly. That's why you have to try out everything.
That is true,
yeah,
that is
And
yeah.
see how you
An
will fall in
experience.
love
I
with it.
know.
Yeah.
Terus sekarang tiba
agree.
depan kamera jadi host kan.
I know.
Exactly.
I've never done that before.
Like who would expect?
I've never been a part of a podcast, so I'm just like,
You might fall in love with it.
Yeah.
I think so.
You think so?
I'm having a good time, yes. Okay, lah. I think I'm going to change my job.
Oh god.
He's gonna be like a podcast host
Okay.
now.
Yeah.
Podcast host, full-time podcaster kan.
Let's do that.
Alright.
Yeah.
So before we move on to our guests, what about you, Sadi?
Oh my God.
What gets
Let's
you
go.
into film?
Oh my god. It's funny when I think about it back. Macam how I feel like I actually don't have a choice. I feel like this is actually the thing that I have been macam kena buat when I was a kid. Because membesar, I always stay at home. Macam tak selalu keluar rumah semua. And then my dad was a movie director. My family lah, my mom was an actress before, same goes my grandmother. Growing up, I always see them on TV, but they were not always at home. Yeah, so most of the time macam kita tengok benda tu, and I felt like, you know, oh, they were there and I want to be in there. Yeah, so growing up macam my best friend is mirror, cermin tau. Yeah, I like to berangan. So when I look at the mirror, yeah.
Don't we all?
Yeah, exactly kan. Don't we all ada saat-saat berangan tu.
Yeah.
So when I look in the mirror, I feel like the mirror is the TV and it's me in the mirror yang macam tengah.
Like you're the actor. Oh my god.
So masa kecil-kecil tu kan, depan cermin macam, hi, saya Seri M. Jamil macam. You know, berangan depan cermin and feel like that's a TV. Yeah, so that's how I started, and I always felt that's normal because I kind of feel like I grew up in that surrounding. Until masa darjah 1 when the teacher asked me bila besar nak jadi apa. I remember the first one I said was actor, the second is director, the third is singer, and everyone was laughing.
It's like bizarre. No, because really at school, if like a teacher asks you that question, usually people will say doctor, lawyer.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah, so like it's
Typical
really
ones,
rare to see like people say like they want to be
So
actor.
when everyone was laughing, I'm like, why? I mean, this is what my family do. So I felt it was normal until I thought like, no, it's because how I grew up lah kan. So yeah, I grew up
That's so
in a family in the industry, so I get to experience. I mean, that's my playground lah. Masa kecil-kecil macam ikut my father on set sing, you know, macam orang terbang-terbang ni semua kan. So betul. So masa I remember lah masa kecil dulu my dad memang suka buat horror movie. So macam Pontianak kan semua terbang-terbang semua kan. And I saw there's tali semua. So I felt like macam, oh, this is so fun. Like, you know, I want to fly too and everything. Yeah. So until I realized that this is all a performance lah kan. So yeah, that's how I felt. And then growing up, actually dorang macam tak pernah agree for me to do this.
Of course.
Yeah,
of
dia macam,
course.
oh janganlah. They were not supporting except my mom because my mom knows yang I'm a bit
You love
slow.
it.
Yeah, I love it
Yeah.
and I'm a bit slow learner kan. So macam she's the one yang macam keep on pushing me lah to do this. And I studied in Performing Arts School, Johor Bahru, Sekolah Seni Johor. And then I continued my diploma and degree in theatre, performing arts. And also in that faculty ada ajar filem, ada ajar writing, management,
like
animation, everything lah. So
That's
and then from there I understand the behind the scene of it kan. And then yeah, I just want to create mine lah. I feel like that's the best medium to tell a story kan. And I kind of feel like that's the only way. I mean that I know lah daripada kecil. So yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
And I know that you've been in the industry quite a while, right? Because of like, you know, your surroundings, like how you grew up and everything.
To say I start for quite a while, macam tak juga lah. Like professionally, it started on 2019.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I
lah.
mean
see.
growing up, masa kecil tu memang selalu ikut pergi set semua, tapi tak pernah pun macam cakap I want to do this because my
I
family macam tak bagi.
see. Okay.
So I kinda itulah masa dulu masuk study pun memang diorang tak suka buat theatre, but I want to do it. So I kinda use my own way, menampak sendiri, merangkak sendiri, belajar sendiri. I never get the chance to dapat duduk berdua dengan diorang, tanya how to do it. They never explain. So I learn my own way, pergi casting sendiri, semua sendiri. And so 2019 lah baru dapat buat join production, mainstream production. Sebelum ni macam dengan kawan-kawan buat all these indie films and everything. So on 2019 from casting and
That's where
everything,
you
so
started
that's where I
lah.
start. Yeah.
It's quite beautiful because you're self-made as well, even when you come from a family who had that
Aw,
experience.
Thank you. I mean,
Yeah.
I really want to be self-made lah. As
Right?
much as
Yeah.
I know yang I cannot deny that my family have that background, but then I felt like
You still have to work hard for
yeah,
it
I
by
still
yourself.
work hard.
Yeah.
I never use their name lah
Yeah,
kan.
yeah.
Yeah.
Saya saksi lah, saya tengok dia punya effort dalam masa zaman study tu memang kau lah.
Oh my
Tak
god.
ada pakai kabel ke apa, memang hari-hari memang push boundaries kan.
Oh.
Ya, benda macam tu.
I admire
Nice.
that.
Yeah, it is.
Ada saksi lah tadi kan. Boleh masuk mahkamah.
Nanti belanja makan. Yeah, so that's my story lah. How about you, Noel?
For
How about
me,
you?
for me, I mean, I always use films as an escape. I always use it to escape because I think, like, I wanted to get out of reality. So that's what I use film as a medium to get out of it and all that. But then I remember when I was about, I think, how old was I? I think about 15, 16. I was part of this group in my church. That there's this leader. His name is Fabian. He's a film director and he's also a DOP in Malaysia. He's currently working with his wife. They do like short films, they do music videos and all that. And he was part of the church and they wanted to do a short film.
Wow.
And they were asking to submit a script. So I submitted mine and mine got picked.
Oh,
Wow.
you
And I-
wrote.
Yeah, I wrote a
Oh my
script.
god. Okay.
It's about bullying.
Oh.
It's about school bullying. It was based on my own experiences. I was like, okay, Jom, let's try to create something interesting. And then when I wrote it, I submitted. It got accepted. And then in return, they asked me to direct the film with mentorship.
Wait, how old were you?
I was, I think, 16, 17.
Wow.
Around the age.
Okay.
Around there. So I was like, okay, boleh. So I directed the film with support and seeing how they did it, being behind the camera, really inspired me to encourage me to one day be a film director. Because I like it, because in the sense of like how you visually create, how you put your story into action.
The creative process.
The creative process
Yes.
and writing it and also getting mentorship as well has really inspired me, because actually it's the same. In my school pun I pernah cakap I want to be an actor.
Oh,
And everyone used to laugh
that's
at
why
me.
you weren't shocked. You were like, I was like that too.
I was. But everyone used to laugh at me because I was short and I was like, okay lah, tak apa. So I did want to be an actor, but after coming behind the camera, I was like, okay, you know what? I want to create first. I want to make a film.
Oh, that's interesting.
I want to be
Yeah.
behind it, and maybe one day I will act in my film. But that's my end. That's my end goal.
Wow.
I create a
Wow.
film first.
I see.
Nice.
Yeah.
Can we like watch this film?
Yeah, sure. I'll definitely have to show you guys.
Alright.
Yeah, boleh.
Oh, interesting.
It is. It's on YouTube.
It's on YouTube.
Yeah, it's on
We'll
YouTube,
share
yeah.
with you guys the link.
Boleh.
Yes. We're gonna put some clips.
You might be disappointed, but it's okay.
No, it's amazing though. Like it's your first time
Yes,
ever.
my
script
first short
writing.
Itu
film.
baru 16 kan dah direct.
I know, right?
Direct is it?
I
Wrote and
know.
directed.
Wow.
Yeah, I
What
did.
was I doing at 16?
16 buat apa kan? I don't know. Tengah kawat kaki.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Like,
So would you say that is your turning point, Noel?
Yes, that was my turning point. Right after that, I told myself that one day I'm going to create a film and I'm going to make sure that film wins the Oscar. And then here we are. And
Here
we
we
finally made
are.
the film together.
Oh my god,
Here we
yes,
go. Oh
yes,
yeah,
we did.
right. They did
Shout
like a propaganda.
Shout out to propaganda.
Yeah,
Exactly.
short film.
The propaganda.
It's going to be released soon lah, but like for
Yeah.
this year we're keeping it. We're sending it to festivals.
Yes.
Hopefully
Yeah.
next year we can share it
So
with
stay
you guys.
tuned, guys.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why I started Nude Media as well, just so that I can utilize this platform for me to get into films. That's the end goal.
See.
Nice.
It's always been the plan lah. Yeah.
Nice. I mean, I think for me, I think we share the same end goals. At the end of the day, I want to have my own films. Does you guys have the same end goals as well?
Exactly.
Yeah, I think aku pun rasa benda yang sama lah. Dia rasa benda yang sama, I think. At the end of the day, kita nak, kalau tak jadi director pun, I think I just want to be a part of the film industry lah. And
Yeah.
also, I want to create stuff, you know.
Yeah,
Sebab tu
creating
dekat
stuff.
bio
yeah.
Instagram aku tulis magician lah. Sebab aku memang very into the movie magic punya.
Understand?
Movie magic.
Right. I mean, to create something that people wouldn't expect.
Yeah.
That's
True,
why I
true,
like. That's why I
true.
like A24 a lot.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because
Oh.
it's very artistic, it's very creative, and you sort of like channel people's emotion through various forms of mediums and
Agree.
approach.
I mean, you could be the Malaysian version of it.
Exactly. That's the goal.
That's
the goal.
Right? Yeah.
Sebab in 24 kan dia macam somewhere in between art and commercial lah.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I think it's really good lah. And yeah, for Malaysia punya landscape, we need something fresh.
Yes.
Betul.
Yeah.
Betul. I mean, also on the same time, because for bila cakap pasal A24, it's an art house dengan commercial kan. I always feel yang this indie punya film kan, it's so good, but apa yang lacking is actually the marketing.
That's
so
true.
Actually,
That's true.
yeah, so actually now when Nude Films have the support from Nude Media,
Yeah.
it feels such a, you know,
Like it could complete each other.
Yes, it's
it completes each other kan.
Because it's actually a struggle in the Malaysian film industry where they produce like good quality movies, but then they don't get enough marketing for it, so then people don't watch. So it's like sayang lah, like you know, like you produce something good, so you should like people watch it. Like
Ya,
That
betul.
is
Sebab
true.
macam kita ada banyak movie yang best kan. Tapi on the marketing side maybe faham lah mungkin kekurangan budget ke whatever. Tapi sekarang kita ada social media.
Betul, betul.
Kita ada
That's
benda
true.
platform-platform yang
That's
free
true.
ni kan.
Yep.
And kalau all this indie film ada good marketing punya strategi ke apa benda ke, I think they will go far. And I rasa pun sekarang pacik-pacik bila I tengok balik Facebook kan. Balik Terengganu itu kena tengok Facebook lah, dah lama tak buka kan lepas PKP tu. Pacik-pacik sekarang pun agak memang celik juga pasal movie ni. Diorang komen pasal angle. Oh, kamera ni gegar lah kan.
yeah.
In
Don't
a way
underestimate
macam
them.
kita punya audience semua dah matang sikit lah kan untuk tengok filem-filem
True.
yang best ni kan.
Betul, betul.
Dengan bantuan
yeah.
marketing boleh lah gerak kan.
Betul.
So dengan bantuan Nude Media, let's hope that Nude Films can go far.
Yeah,
and
we
far.
can make a new wave kan.
A new wave of
Yeah.
films in Malaysia.
Alright, so yeah, tadi Faiz ada cakap pasal movie magic, and I'm very interested. I mean, bila cakap pasal movie magic kan,
Yeah.
macam it's a magic, macam.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. sorry. Iklan. Okay. Alright.
Yes.
Dah buat suara tu. Ya, mana dah ready tu kan. Alright.
Okay. Alright, talking about movie magic kan, I'm pretty sure there's magic happens that makes us feel macam falling in love or like
Yes.
macam stunned, amazed with
Yes,
films kan.
yes.
So yeah, maybe we can talk about movie magic kan. Macam you're a magician, you're making, but that's so true tau. Macam it's something yang kita kan macam terpegun kan when it happens kan.
Yeah.
So maybe you can share when kan.
Okay. What, when? Macam maksudnya
Macam
macam tu?
how this the magic, macam when do you realize the
Yeah,
magic
when did
in
that
movie?
magic happen to you?
Okay.
Yeah.
Sebenarnya aku macam tak adalah realise dia early sangat. Aku baru-baru je discover sama ni kan. Lepas tu macam poyo-poyo tahu banyak kan. Tapi tak tahu sangat. Tapi sebab usually masa kita tengok behind the scene lah kan. Bila tengok movie, dulu kat TV dia akan keluar behind the scene. Iklan contoh cerita sekian, cerita A, cerita B, cerita C, dia akan keluar behind the scene. From the behind the scene dia tu tengok, oh, nak hasilkan let's say this one scene, this one frame dalam satu gambar tu kan. Usually kat belakang macam-macam hal kan.
Yep.
Akan ada lighting crew, art department lah, masuk apa semua masuk. Just to make sure the mise-en-scène. The mise-en-scène
Understand.
in the frame tu complete. Bagi aku itu maksud movie magic. And
True.
soalan tadi macam mana benda tu spark aku ke apa?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it? Soalan ni apa tadi?
Betul macam how does the magic
yeah.
you see the magic
Yeah,
kan.
bila aku tengok benda-benda macam tu lah kan.
I
And also I
see.
discovered macam macam mana Star Wars tu kan. Macam mana dia make the floating
Yeah,
kenderaan dia
yeah.
punya star kapal perang dia tu kan. Cuma dia orang tak cermin je kat bawah tu. So dia nampak macam kapal tengah terapung dekat desert. Macam
Yep.
macam interesting gila. So sama lah macam magician kan. Dia buat illusion supaya mata
it's an
kita
illusion. Betul?
Yeah, it's a trick
It's
Yeah.
a trick. It's an eye trick for the
Betul.
audience. And bagi aku benda tu sangat best lah kan.
Betul.
Yeah.
But if you were to create a film, would you prefer to do practical effects or VFX?
I would love to do practical effect
Nice.
as much
Yeah.
sebanyak mana yang I boleh buat. Sebab I rasa macam benda tu rasa lebih organic. Sebab nothing is against CGI. I love Marvel. I love all those CGI movie yang memang like totally 100% green screen kan. Tapi I suka je macam I appreciate je movie-movie yang macam tu. Tapi I rasa me as myself, I like suka all this practical effect sebab dia bagi lebih rasa dekat scene tu for me lah kan. Tapi kalau ada bantuan CGI ke VFX,
Yeah.
benda ni akan enhance dengan lagi kan benda
That's
tu.
true.
Agreed.
Tengok atas kegunaan lah kot.
Yeah,
Betul.
and I think it also depends on like your capabilities at the time kan, like
yeah.
with the budget and then with your environment. Yeah.
Fun fact kan, biasanya kan benda yang kreatif ni lahir daripada benda yang tak ada bajet.
That's true. It does.
You think out of the box because you cannot,
Exactly.
buy anything.
Agreed.
That's my take kan. What about you, Aziz? Macam mana you?
Me, I'm not sure I understand the question right, but I would go all the way back to Disney days.
Oh, Disney.
So I was this massive Disney kid. So all the Disney movies, it started with animation lah, of course. I was already amazed with all the princesses, and my favorite Disney movie is Alice in Wonderland.
Nice.
So I was very happy when they made it into live action.
Wow.
So I was like, oh my god, I want to be like this. I want to be I want to be in a movie like this as well. I want to know how they make it. So I watch all the behind the scenes and everything. And then I think from Disney we can move to there's theater as well. So my go-to theater was Phantom of the Opera.
Wow, I love Phantom of
Yeah,
Opera.
that's when I first wanting to become a theater actress. I mean, sadly, unfortunately, I haven't done theater yet. But
Lucky.
that was the
You
first
should.
time.
I can help you.
Oh my god, yes please. But yeah, it started all the way back there lah.
Yeah. And I totally agree with Faiz and Hazi yang first it takes a village to create this
Yeah.
magic. It's not like
Yes.
one person snap and it's happened kan.
Yes, yeah.
And talking about theatre, because I grew up in, I studied theatre since I was a kid. And yeah, doing all these sets and everything, semua, it's not easy. And I mean, kita enjoy, kita tengok macam, oh wow, cantiknya. But it takes a village bila tengok benda tu.
Exactly.
Yeah, I remember two things lah when I talk about movie magics kan. First, bila cakap theatre, I remember masa when I was Form 2, when I was 14, I watched a theatre in Istana Budaya.
Ooh.
Nordin Hassan yang buat, Manis Tanggina. I remember, because I watched it twice. The first time I watched it, I was at the front row seat, dapat tengok seat cantik, nampak orang terbang, nampak naga tu keluar.
Tengok orang terbang.
Okay, sorry. But then the next time dapat duduk tingkat 3 atas sekali, and I saw dekat belakang tu ada orang tolak semua tau. So macam
Yes.
wow, macam it takes a village.
Yeah,
It
betul.
takes a village. I mean,
Yeah.
there's a trick behind it kan.
Yeah.
And talking about that, talking about movie magic, I remembered juga what actually yang sparks me about magic. Maybe because I grew up dah dalam tengok set, so orang terbang tu semua, it doesn't impress me that much. But I remember one thing yang really really magic and makes me want to be an actor is actually from Allahyarham Dato' Aziz Hatta.
Oh.
Yes. So when I was a kid, I followed my dad on set, and time tu scene dia panjang. It's a long take, and kita orang shoot dekat kampung, kat Pahang. So semua orang kampung ada tengok sekali, enjoying it. This is before I know theatre tau. So time tu macam kita tengok like a performance.
Yeah.
And I remember Pak Aziz time tu dia jalan this one long take dengan set lampu tinggi semua kan. The character he was laughing. Dia macam laughing looking for his wife. Dia macam temah mana temah ni. He was laughing, he was like having so much fun. And then dia sampai dekat dia punya sampai dekat dia punya warung. Dia duduk in one take and one long take ni kan. One long shot ni dia gelak-gelak temah dia duduk je, lepas tu dia menangis. Dia nangis from happy tu dia nangis temah. Lepas tu he cried and then blackout. Lampu tutup.
Ooh.
And then masa lampu tutup ni kan, keluar Mak Mah, Rumina Sidik dekat belakang tu, she was a ghost kan. Kat belakang tu dia panggil suami dia macam and oh wow, bila je I heard my dad say cut, the director say cut, the whole kampung, the whole village was clapping at him.
Oh my god, what
It
a
was
performance.
so good.
Meremang weh, aku dah meremang.
Kan, talking about this, like it's always give me chills. It always give me chills to remember back this powerful actor yang boleh buat this in one go, in one long scene kan. Buat effortlessly, macam tak ada apa-apa in one take. And for me, that's magic. That's the magic that I felt. And that's how yang rasanya nak buat theatre. Sebab theatre we can only do in one go, one take kan. So itulah rasa macam kesedapan berlakon dan in one go, one take ni macam it's different. It's so different, and itulah I kind of feel the magic to be an actor if you can do it in one go, and in this one go you can put all of your emotions and all of your feelings kan, and how people can ingat benda tu. And for me it's like in my core memory, ingat Pak Ajis buat benda tu, and when he was on set he was the most loving person on set tau. He was so nice to me kan. Yeah, so I remembered that lah, like the magic that he did. Dia macam boleh gelak-gelak, dia masuk gelak-gelak, lepas tu dia boleh nangis in one go, and then blackout. Oh, wow, such an it was magic. It was truly a magic. So yeah, that's my movie
so
magic.
Amazing because like
It is.
it's something that happens to you really like close to you.
Yes.
You know, I wish I have something like that.
Itulah.
Had a first-hand experience.
Mine only happens through the screen.
Kita beza ni. Kita through screen.
And we're just like
Ada peluang.
admiring like people we don't know, people who don't know us, and then there's you.
Oh.
Ada Santa pula tu kan.
Betul. Itulah. I am very grateful lah to have this opportunity to grow up and see all this happens kan. All this magic happens kan.
Nice,
What about you,
nice.
Noel?
For me, the first time was when I saw like magic was theater as well. I acted in a Christmas play.
You acted.
Yeah, yes.
I did everything.
That's the thing. To be honest, I've actually been a part of 2 theaters growing up. There's one where I was, the story of David,
Oh yeah.
who lost his lamb, and then he was looking for the lost lamb. I was the lost lamb.
Wow.
Yeah, I was the lost
Do you have
lamb.
a footage of this?
I need to find it. I need to find it because I remember when I first got that role, because I auditioned for it and I really wanted to be like the main star. I was like, okay, this is me. I'm 11. I was thinking 11 or 12 years old. And I was like, okay, I have to be the lamb who is lost.
Oh.
And I auditioned and I got the role, and they assigned me to this like acting teacher. So that's the first time that someone teach me how to cry. So I was like, oh my god, now finally, I've always seen people cry on screen, but how can you cry as well? Because you're not feeling sad in real life, right? You're supposed to act it out.
Yeah.
So I remember practicing, and I managed to did it. I cried on stage. I acted as a lamb, and looking at the audience, there was about thousands of people right in front of me, and being a part of the crew and looking at all the practical effects that they used during those times, the costume design and all that. I was like, wow. I look at the audience, I can see some people crying. It was a pretty basic story, but the emotions that I was able to invoke in the audience was something that I fell in love with. I was like, this is what I want people to feel when they watch something that I create or watch something that I'm a part of. Yeah.
So like to leave an effect to the audience.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the magic.
Yeah, that's the
Yes.
magic. Wow, that's
It's what you leave
magical.
behind.
true.
And
Yeah.
even the movies that you watch, like sometimes when you're sad, you watch this film. Or when you're happy, you watch this kind of film. So that's what inspired me to create films, because I feel like I want people to feel something, to feel a certain way. But for me, I would say it's more towards a positive realization. Lah. That's my
Yeah.
take on films.
Kalau
Yeah.
you nak buat movie kan, let's say you nak direct satu movie kan.
Uh-huh.
You punya movie pasal apa?
Okay.
Apa?
If I make a film,
Yeah.
my first film will definitely be about either a serial killer or
Okay.
either a split personality serial killer or
I
something to do with
see.
horror.
Okay.
But I will not. I mean, I definitely do plan to scare the hell out of the audience. That is for sure. But I want to end it in something much more ambiguous, where it's much more hopeful, rather than having a bad ending.
Okay.
That would be my directing style if I were to create
see.
films. Yeah.
Okay.
Kalau orang tak tahu kan, ambiguous ni ending yang audience kena cari makna sendiri.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Tak adalah macam kita letak happy ke sad ke.
Yep.
So, it depends on the audience kan.
True, true.
Yep.
Really nice lah.
Yeah.
Tapi gore Horror.
Horror, yes.
Scared.
I did not expect expect that.
From jadi the lamp into making horror
the
movie.
making people cry.
Transition, oh.
I thought you were gonna say like maybe some like some emotional.
I
I mean, it is still emotional, but like.
It is.
Yeah, bro. And
Yeah, I want to scare the shit out of people. That's what I want to do. But teach them something in return as well.
that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So like what's the vision that you have? Like the end goal is to win an Oscar.
That
I
is for
heard.
sure, yeah.
So what's your vision in like getting there? Like how is it for you?
How do you see
How do I
Nude
see-
Media and
Yeah,
Nude Films
and Nude
kind of
Films.
achieve that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think the first step is to definitely create short films, submit it to Short Film Festival, experimental films, films that reach a certain audience, and we can also do films that reach a larger audience as well, like mass audience. And definitely our goal is to apply for finance grants or get someone to help produce our film. And I would say the first step is to at least all of us have at least created 3 to 4 short films and submit them to festivals. And from there, hopefully in 1 to 2 years, work towards a feature film. I think that would be the first step. And we're definitely going to push towards that. We're going to get there no matter what.
For sure.
Nothing is going to stop us.
Nothing's gonna stop us,
Exactly.
guys.
Nothing's going to stop us.
Very,
Yeah,
very
it's
scared,
very,
but
like-
excited. Yeah.
It's a very scary thing,
Yeah,
actually.
it is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because like there's that. Of course, there's that like tiny doubt in ourselves where
Yeah.
we question
Yeah.
ourselves if we can
Yeah,
actually
sure.
do this.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we have a
Tapi
team.
Belum try, belum
Exactly.
tahu.
Exactly,
Belum
exactly.
try, belum tahu. Try dulu,
Yeah,
kan.
exactly.
I wish like everyone here can produce their own
Yeah.
short films or own their films, like that, of
Exactly.
course,
Yes.
because everyone have their own different perspective. I would love to see from a female point of view when you can write, direct your own kan, or produce your own kan. So yeah, I think it's different lah because everyone have their own voice kan.
Yes,
true.
yes.
But yeah, like in a team, like how that voice can complete each other kan. Yeah, that's
True,
that.
true.
And
Yeah,
like,
can't
are you open for collaboration if ever?
Always. I think
Yes.
in order for us to be successful, it's always good to be in a
Yeah.
collaborative space and mind. Yeah.
So guys, if you're
Yes.
interested,
Please hit us
yeah,
up.
the comment section is free.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And I also believe like macam because films you can create whatever reality you want to in the screen. But I feel like if you apply that in real life, we can also be the makers and creators of our reality.
That's
For
true.
And we're definitely going to make a film. We just
Yeah.
have to
Oh my
believe in
God.
it.
You know, it applies in life as well,
I
where
agree.
you always have the power to like determine what's next in your life.
Yeah.
It's just like making a movie.
Exactly.
Yeah, what is about your life?
Our life is a movie as well.
yes,
our life
yes,
is-
yes, definitely. Everyone's a main
Macam
character.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
betul
right.
betul.
Okay, Noel.
Okay.
When you starting Nude Media sampai sekarang apa cabaran-cabaran yang you hadapi? I mean like going through, you've been through sampai sekarang ni.
I think the main challenges was to live up to the name Nude Media, because initially a lot of people tend to misunderstand,
Yeah.
and we didn't manage to get clients because of the name,
Okay.
especially corporate clients or
Yeah.
government clients, because people tend to misunderstand what our direction is. That was our first challenge. But sooner or later, once people get it, what we're doing through our marketing and how we represented ourselves, people started to work with us. And we worked with the government before and a few other projects. But I would say the main challenge of advertising in Malaysia is that a lot of the people in Malaysia is still a lot of brands and companies in Malaysia, they're still very old school with their advertising approach. And currently in Malaysia, I also feel like there's an oversupply of advertising agencies. And the problem is a lot of those advertising agencies, they're not really, can I just say it?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, BareTalks, yes.
Yes.
In all honesty, they suck in what they do, because a lot of now anyone can do it, right? You just take up a phone and you can shoot.
True.
Yeah.
And I feel like there is no implementation, there is no ideation, there is no creativeness, there is no getting out of the box with how they execute the advertising.
true.
So everyone is very template based in Malaysia. No one is willing to take the next step into the advertising industry. So that's what Nude Media wants to do. Like if you see our work, you see our videos, you see the contents that we produce for our clients, it's very different. And we have a certain style towards it. I think we are trying to implement currently that is the style that is being approached in Europe, in America, in the UK, in Australia.
Can you elaborate more on that style?
Yeah.
In the style, I would say in terms of the style comes down to quality and also the cinematic experience in terms of form of storytelling. So, like for example, rather than being very direct with the marketing or very comical or comedy, like what we usually do in Malaysia,
Yeah, that's
we
true.
put more effort in how we actually do the storytelling or the cinematic experience. Rather than being a sad sob story, you create something more exciting, more
Yes.
visually pleasing. You play around with the colors, you play around with the visuals, you play around with the characters, and I think that is the future of advertising. And I feel like Malaysia has to progress towards that. And once we do, I feel we'll be able to overcome the challenges. And right now, especially, we're going hard on marketing. So I think, and right now, because of our marketing, we're also getting clients that recognizes our potential, and we're getting clients that we want to work with.
Oh,
So I think that's what has been working for us because our branding is much more stronger now.
I see.
Yeah, thank God.
So is that why you decided to venture? Like, it's finally time to venture to like Nude
Nude
Films.
Films. I mean, to be honest, why I decided to mention the Nude Films, it was really unexpected. It wasn't even planned.
Okay.
I mean, I've always been wanting to, but the 3.5 years has passed, and I was just like, okay, when are we going to do a film? Until Sadiq gave me a call. He gave me a call, asked me to be a part of the short film propaganda, and then we were like, okay, we went with the flow, and we were like, okay, what do we name the production that is producing the film? So then Nude Films.
I
Nude
see.
Films.
Okay.
And then once we name it Nude Films, we were like, okay, what can we do with Nude Films? Hence why this podcast and all the future plans that we plan to create
see.
together. So it was very random,
So propaganda was very random for you.
very random.
So I bet there's like a lot of challenges in
Yeah.
there.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Propaganda kan.
Propaganda, yeah.
Even though it's a short film, like you guys, how did you guys like like assemble the team? Because like there was no Nude Films yet, right?
Yes, no Nude
yeah. So
Films
how
yet.
did that happen?
I think how that happened. One day I was just in a car. I was going back home, and Sadiq gave me a call. He was like, Noel, remember you love short films? I'm like, yes. I have a script. Let's do it. And I was like, what? And we only had 1 month to complete the short film.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pro kan.
It was crazy. I think we did everything in 3 weeks?
Yeah, exactly.
From shooting to editing to posting and to submitting to the
3
festival
weeks.
as well.
Bukan pre-pro, the whole thing.
The whole
The
thing.
whole thing in 3 weeks.
Oh my god! How many
crazy.
people in your team may I ask?
Yeah.
It was less than 20 people. Yeah, and actually it happens very random. So the first time when I worked with Nud Media, I was their talent. And I always feel very comfortable working with them, and I always impressed by the visual that they have
Yeah.
made kan. So and then there's this one short film competition going on, and I remember I was always talking dengan Noel about short film. So I want to do it because I feel like if tak buat sekarang bila lagi kan.
Yeah.
And even though it sounds impossible to do it in 1 month, but I know with Nude Media, they'll do anything to make it work. Yeah.
Oh,
That's right.
It takes a
So,
lot of
yeah.
bravery.
So it was my friend Shafizi Slamat. So he worked with Bujo Nazif Din. So macam I asked my friend EG macam, weh, aku nak buat short film, boleh tak kau dapatkan skrip? So he called his friend Bujo, and Bujo gave me the script. And I'm like, okay, bila dah ada script, semua benda boleh jalan. So that's why bila je macam Bujo cakap, okay, boleh, I straight away call Noel macam, Noel, where are you at? I'm actually on my way to a concert.
Yes, I was.
Yeah, macam I'm actually on my way to concert. Okay, Noel, it's okay. I have something important to say. I remember you always say that you love making films and short films and everything. Let's make one. Can you be my producer? And he said, yes, let's do it. And then so on that time macam, okay, let's do it. So I straight away call everyone that I'm comfortable to work with, and I want them to experience Nude together with them kan. So that's how we start. We just do it kan.
Oh my god! It's literally like friends making a short film
Yeah,
together.
exactly.
Oh, I love
Rasa macam kan,
that.
got that vibe.
Yeah,
kan,
yeah.
macam,
Oh my god.
spontaneous.
Yeah. And the challenges, of course lah, macam it's not easy to make everything in 1 month to
Yeah.
get such a big
Definitely, yeah.
big actress. We got Vanida Imran
Ooh.
joining us together kan.
Nice.
So macam, but I felt macam the trust the passion, the fire that we give kan macam makes them macam okay lah kan nak work together. Yeah, we got all the location sponsored. We got
Oh my god.
so many
really?
things semua benda macam dipermudahkan lah. Semua benda dipermudahkan.
That's so
Yeah.
great.
It was all like meant to be. Like everything was just flowing to where we are now. Like it feels like somehow it's like divine intervention. You're like, okay, this is meant to be. This is time for us to start Nude Films.
I see.
Yeah.
And now we're here.
Now we're
Now we're
here.
here.
Yeah.
On the show.
Yeah. So after making propaganda, so masa time buat while I was actually doing the offline editing kan.
Yeah.
Masa macam belakang tu kita nak tulis nude kan.
Uh-huh.
So that's when Nakib came in, macam dia cakap, okay, letak Nude Films kan. So and we did Nude Films, and then habis the propaganda I felt like macam I don't want to stop here. So that's why macam Noel, we should continue Nude Films.
That's right.
And that's why we're here today.
Yeah, I mean it's a small production, and of course it has its own challenges, kind. So now I'm wondering, now that we're starting Nude Films, like what other challenges that we might face, like coming into this industry, you know? Yeah. So like, what do you think? Like,
I feel like we might, I mean, the main challenges definitely will be up against big sharks
Yeah.
and people who are already in the industry for a long time. And somehow people are very comfortable with how they are making films right now.
Yeah.
But I do believe that there's a huge untapped community that's out there who feels the way we are feeling,
yeah.
who knows what we are. I mean, the path that we are going to, I'm pretty sure we can meet as many collaborators, because like the short film propaganda, who knew we could have just come up with a team of 20 people in just
Exactly.
like short
In such a
notice.
short time too. Yeah.
It was crazy.
So Noel, you took the first steps. You
Yeah.
created Nude Films. So do you have any advice to like our audience, like if ever they wanted to like take that first steps, like how do you build up that courage?
I think the courage is to definitely find the right people.
The right
Because I feel like if you want to make your dreams come true, it's always better to do it with a team of like-minded people. I think once you do that, people that share the same dreams with you, share the same goals with you, only then we can do it. Because I feel like you can't do it
easier than
alone.
that. That's true.
Yeah, because to face that challenge that you have as well, if you do it as a team, you'll be able to have so many ideas.
That's so
True.
true.
We can fix
I
it
can so
together.
relate to that because I've always had these things that I wanted to do, but I always find that struggle because I'm by myself.
Yeah.
So I don't know, okay, how do I take the first steps? Or if I already take the first steps, what do I do now? But now that we have a team, then we're actually doing things. So like I can so relate to that.
Right,
yeah.
right? It's all about teamwork and
Yeah.
just doing it.
Betul. Setuju.
Yeah. So do you guys have anything else that you might want to say to our audience
Yeah.
as well?
Yeah, maybe we can, I mean, time
Yeah.
sebenarnya masa pun dah mencemburui
Saya pun
kita.
ceramah tadi. Saya bertazkirah sini.
Maybe I can say a few things.
Yeah.
What I can say is that anyone out there who wants to be a part of this, anyone who have any ideas, any writers, any people who are passionate in the film industry, please drop us a comment, drop us a DM, and reach out to us. We'll be more than happy to hear your thoughts and see what you have in mind.
Yes, we're always
Yeah.
open to listen to your suggestions, your ideas, and collab with you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, we're still a baby trying
Yeah.
to like crawl and
That's true.
I'm very open to work with anyone, everyone. Like I want to work with
Betul,
everyone if I
betul.
can.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm very open for that. Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, guys.
All
So
right.
that's it for our first podcast ever.
Yeah. Exactly. This is crazy. Good job, guys. All right. So
I'm
thank
so
We got through
excited.
this, guys. We were very nervous.
Yeah.
I was.
Before started.
Oh, ada awkward-awkwardness tu.
Yeah. Maaf lah, ada salah
Yeah.
silap.
Apa lagi?
Just bear with it.
Paling
All right, guys. Thank you for listening to our podcast. I hope you guys enjoy this podcast, and if not, maybe you guys can like check out our next podcast as well. We'll be inviting a bunch of like interesting celebrities, guests in the industry. So yeah, thank you
excited.
guys, and thank you Noel for being here with us.
Thank you for having
Thank you
me.
for
Thank you so
creating
much.
this. Thank you
Yeah,
for
thank
making,
you so much.
letting us make things happen.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you. See you guys soon.
Alright. Remember, be bold, be nude.
Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and follow us for more. Remember, be bold, be nude. Bye bye.